is the Chinese market, the China 50 as well as the Hong Kong 50. Now, before I talk about the charts, I would like to let you all know what's actually happening in China. There are rumors coming out on WeChat and stuff like that, but I just want to make things very, very clear. What China is facing right now is what we know as a liquidity trap, okay? Now, it's a situation whereby consumers and investors and business, they're holding cash, they're not spending. So when they are not spending, that will also mean that the demand for loan is low. Okay, so on Friday, when China released its data, it shows that was a severe drop in the number of loans in the previous month. And that was the reason you saw that big movement down, this crash down happening in the China as well as the Hong Kong. Now, because the expectation for China is really, really high. They used to have double-digit growth, and but unfortunately, the last 6 quarters growth averaged less than 3.5%. Now, China has been cutting its bank rates, interest rates to kickstart its economy, but it's not really seeing any results so far. And they also went to extend to weaken its yen to boost exports. Now, this is not easy because there are a few external factors that's affecting China. Number one, and I think one of the most important thing is that China and US, they're still in a trade war, okay? And when you are in a trade war with your biggest client, which is the US, one of your biggest, not the biggest, one of the biggest client, then of course it's going to affect your results, right? And not only that, actions taken by China in the past also spooked out investors alike. Like, I give you a very, very good example. Now, the China, it was the first time I've seen government clamp down on a company. The rate of it coming down on the tech sector was so fast that it really caught a lot of investors off guard, right? So the way they clamp down and the way they order and they start finding all these tech companies, it really scared all the foreign investors and investments. Added a lot of stress to foreign direct investments. They were apprehensive in actually investing further in China. Now, not only that, the China also implemented the zero COVID policy, where they had very, very severe lockdown measures, and this affected the businesses greatly. Now, I believe in this part of the world, we have also seen how COVID decimated a lot of business. Now, when you see businesses being decimated and for them to come back again, it is not that easy. It will take some time, because what's happened over here was that the China, in a way, they estimated that the recovery could help boost China's economy again once they open it up, but they never thought that that severe lockdown that they implemented severely affected the business in China so much so, not only the businesses but the consumers also, they had a very tough time, and that translated also to the housing bubble bursting in China. We have seen that happening with the developers in China, as well as the rest. They have tried many ways, and China have tried the best, to, like, one of the ways is to cut rates, and then, but people are still apprehensive of the overall economy. And because of that, when the loans drop, right, we saw this happening. Now, this kind of magnitude of selling can mean one thing, is that there is just no trust that, that whatever China is doing right now is enough. Now, this move right up here was the Chinese announcement that they will intervene and do whatever they can to boost the economy. But that was wiped out entirely on nearing the end of the week, and on Friday, the moment they announced that the number of loans has dropped severely, this move is down. So with this, I think the sellers has won for the time being. So if we have the China 50 correcting upwards from here, look for bearish price action at 12850. The same thing for the Hong Kong. Look for bearish price action at 19050 if we have price correctively move up. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today.